Hello, Grow Smarters. I hope you are doing well. Today, I would like to introduce you to narrative essays. Towards the end of this video, you should be able to answer two questions. The first is, what is a narrative essay? And the second, what are the features of narrative essays? I would like to show you this icon. If you see that icon on the screen, it means I would like you to think about something and say the answer out loud, right where you are. We are going to look at some words that you will hear during the course of this video. And I would like you to read these words with me now. Are you ready? Characters, chronological, features, describe, plot, setting, story, title, and senses. To explain the word features, we are going to play a little game. It is a true or false game where I will be showing you an object on the screen and then I will make a statement about this object. You must say whether the statement is true or false. If it is false, you must always also provide a reason for your answer. But you may not say, because I can see it on the screen. All of the objects that I will be showing you are examples of nouns. Are you ready to play? Remember that icon that says, say the answer out loud. This is a ring. Is it true or false? This is in fact a treasure chest. So if you said false, you were correct. Are you ready for the next one? These are hamburgers. They are definitely not hamburgers, they are pancakes. So the answer is false. This meal is usually eaten for breakfast. True or false? The answer is most definitely true, although I think we can eat this meal any time of the day. So what are features, boys and girls? A feature is a characteristic or a trait that we give to something to be able to identify it. And just like the ring and the treasure chest and the pancakes had specific features, so does a narrative essay. Let's find out what they are. The first feature is that a narrative essay is a story which is told from a person's point of view or perspective. The next feature is that it can be real or it can be make-believe. A narrative essay also has a beginning, a middle, and an ending. There are characters in narrative essays, and it has a specific setting. What's also important to remember is that it's told in chronological order or in a specific sequence from the beginning to the end. We are going to practice the setting and the title and the plot and the characters if you are able to identify them, if you listen to a story that I'm going to read to you. So if you see that icon, it means, boys and girls, that you need to have a piece of paper or your exercise book and something to write with ready so that you can copy something onto a piece of paper and join in the activity. What we have here on the screen is a thinking circle. And within this thinking circle that I would like you to copy onto your piece of paper are question words. We have the words where, when, who, what, why, and how. And we use all these words to be able to plan and write our essays. So I'm going to read you a story, which is an example of a narrative essay, but not the entire story. And whilst I'm reading, and as you are following on the screen, I would like to see if you can answer the questions: who is in this story? Where does it take place? What is happening here? When did this happen? I'm going to give you an example. If I read the story's title is A Teeny Tiny Treasure Box, Then on your piece of paper where it says title, you have to write a teeny tiny treasure box. Are you ready to do this activity with me? Let's read. A teeny tiny treasure box. She took me by the hand and walked me into the lobby like a 5-year-old child. Didn't she know I was pushing 15? This was the third home Nancy was placing me in a span of 8 months. I guess she felt a little sorry for me. The bright fluorescent lights threatened to burn my skin as I walked towards a bouncy-looking lady with curly hair and a sweetly smiling man. They called themselves Allie and Alex. Cute, I thought. This was the beginning of the story. Would you like to know what happens at the end? Because this story could either have a happy ending or a sad ending. Let's find out. It turns out love comes in all shapes and sizes, even a teeny tiny treasure box from a wonderfully silly lady who believes in leprechauns. So how well did you do, boys and girls? Were you able to follow during that narrative reading and find where this happened, when this happened, who were the characters in this narrative essay? Let's see. Remember, you're allowed to participate and write with me. The title of this story was A Teeny Tiny Treasure Box. We also know when it took place or where it took place. It was at the narrator's home. And we know that some of the characters were Nancy, Allie, and Alex. So if you want to understand the features of a narrative essay, you will need to understand that a narrative essay has a title, it has characters, it has a setting, and we also know that it has a beginning, a middle, and an ending, which is told from a person's perspective or point of view. And when you want to write your narrative essay, you could use these question words to assist you to find these features. So are you able now to answer those 2 questions that I posed at the beginning of the video? What is a narrative essay? If you said that it is a story told from a person's perspective or point of view, you are spot on. And the second question, can you name some of the features of narrative essays? I'm sure you can remember the title and the characters, the setting, and the plot. Boys and girls, I have some homework for you. You will notice that in the vocabulary that you were introduced to, I've included some of the features of a narrative essay. I would love for you to copy these words into your exercise book or onto a piece of paper. Use your dictionary. You may use an online resource too, and write down the definitions for each of these words, because you will need them once we start writing our narrative essays. Boys and girls, happy writing.